The most foul, stenchy creatures on this planet have to be chuds. This word is taken over the internet in 2026, and people use it and save this term for people who are degenerate losers. It's pretty much the opposite of what a Chad is. And you know, something I learned about the word chud throughout this year is there's really levels to it. Sometimes I'll feel like a chud when I doom scroll all day, but I'm not a chud. Like, yeah, you get me, right? You get me? Okay, what am I even on about? Okay, but let's be honest with ourselves. We all use the word chud jokingly. We never call our friends a chud, like for real. But these people deserve it, man. They're degenerate losers. But we'll get the most obvious one out of the way. The mom's basement stereotype. Now, things get rough. Sometimes you gotta move back with your parents. Like, it's different if you're trying to find footing, if you're putting in the effort to find that footing and get back on your feet. But chuds, they just sit back and just like when we were younger, we would all joke around and say, bro, you're still gonna be your mom's basement at 40. But it's all fun and games until that becomes a reality. Like, bro, you're just rotting in the basement. Your parents are working to retire. But guess what they're doing? They're busy taking over the basement. They really turn that shit into a humble abode where they watch something all day. And I mean, in some cases, they get wicked and gets turned into a freaky goon cave. It just looks and smells like a biohazard. Who knows what type of molded new specimens are growing down there? Holy. Like, do your parents a favor and lock in, dog. They're putting in no effort to either find a job or move out. Next, we got nice guys. Being a nice guy isn't a bad thing. Like, if you're actually a nice person, being the quote-unquote nice guy is what makes you a chud. Nice guys are fake nice. They're nice in order to get some play. They will go to extreme measures to make sure they get the play and anyone else doesn't. Like, they'll cock block, lie, splurge. Okay, not in a literal sense. Or never mind, they might splurge even if she just looks in their general direction. But anything for the slightest possibility of a chance. If you're being fake nice to people in 2026 and you think this is the method, I mean, welcome to the chud zone. I mean, you're not even in the friend zone. You're just a chud. It's got its own category. I guarantee you I can scavenge Reddit for 5 minutes and I'll find something. I've seen some crazy shit on r/nice guys. And we did it. We got one. It's a nice quick one because the girl didn't respond.
I mean, if you want the attention, then feel free to spam me photos of you.
20 minutes later. Oh, okay, sorry. I'll just go fuck myself then. Then another, I can't do math, 8 hours later.
I literally offered you attention. What the fuck?
Not a single answer within that 8-hour window. This is how they operate. They think they deserve the world because they come in with a nice approach and they're offering attention, quote unquote. Like, it's a really weird mindset. Parasocial viewers, they will dedicate their entire life to whoever it is they develop a parasocial relationship to. And at times, it can get to the point where it's unsettling. Like, how do you even have this much time on your hands? For example, when a streamer logs off for the night, they're done. You know, you would expect everybody to leave the stream and just go on with their life. But no, yeah, some people just sit there and spam W's and chat all day. Like, where are you even getting this time from? Are they just going into a new dimension I don't know about where you could just pause time? They literally turned that shit into a meme with Kai Cenat. I guess somebody was spamming W's in his chat, even though the stream was inactive. And then also they think they know the person too, and they know every single dream, goal, and aspiration of their life that they have, and then they suddenly just know what's best for you. And honestly, I thought that obsession was bad, until I found out that people showed up to content creators' houses or they stalked them on stream, and it's really disturbing stuff. You know what? You're way past a chud if you're doing that. But with parasocial people in general, how are you this wrapped up about somebody? I just don't understand it. And they'll be so dead ass about it to the point where they'll show up to their crib. They'll show up to the house. Or they'll follow people around if they're streaming. In some cases, it can get that serious. Next, we got down bad dudes. There are way too many comments that I've been seeing that are insanely down bad throughout my days on the internet. This was commented under a Ruby Rose post. I would suck your boyfriend's dick just to have a taste. What the fuck? People really just comment anything. No filter. Dude really wants to third party the relationship. Like, dog, what are we doing? You're not getting in there. If my friends saw this type of digital footprint of me on Twitter, I would get cooked for eternity. Then next we have this paragraph. Oh my God, I don't even want to read it. This at least had to take an hour to write. There's no way. And this is a DM somebody received too on TikTok. They're probably just sending them funny TikToks beforehand. And I guess they replied back with this. And it was just some random girl on TikTok. They probably just just saw scrolling on the For You page. It's not even like anybody they know personally. This is a crazy level of dedication. Like, dedicate that shit to something else. Doxing. This is D1 chud behavior. Doxers are usually basement dwellers. They stay online 24/7 and have nothing else to do. They're usually waiting for someone online to piss them off so they could troll them by doxing. There's been countless cases where people have had everything about them leaked for nothing at all, or they get cooked on Twitter for no reason at all, and then because of that, it causes them to get doxed by haters. Now, I've heard of stories where people have gotten their private info leaked. Usually it's people with the platform, and they dealt with non-stop harassment from chuds online that have nothing better to do with their day. And then there's also chuds who will just send non-stop death threats and harassment. And it's usually over some bullshit, like a relationship gone wrong, for example. This streamer Jason the Ween was dating a girl named Sakura, and I guess something happened, and it got to the point where people were sending death threats and harassment to her for like, I don't know what, bro. Like, get a fucking job. Even had to put out a tweet where he said, Sakura and I are fine. Please stop sending death threats and harassment, especially toward her. Our streams are for entertainment, but things can be misinterpreted. Today didn't go as expected, but we're grateful for the support. Please be kind. We're all human. Thank you. Now, I don't know what happened exactly. I'm kind of just going into this thing blind. But why are there people sending death threats over some relationship drama? Okay, now I'm looking in the comments. This was over streamer prom. Streamer prom. If you are sending your death threats, you are in too deep. Way too parasocial. It kind of links to the parasocial example. But there's people online that sit there all day and do this shit. How hard is it to just enjoy the content people give you? They're putting in mad hours for this shit. Scammers. There's nothing more annoying than this. We got Klarna, meme coin, crypto. Especially in the modern day, there is so much scamming going on. And even in half my inbox is just straight scamming, bro. They're just trying to fish my info. Scamming is obviously the most degenerate thing of all time. And there's a lot of opportunities out here to make money, but bro, scamming is not one of them. Like, you gotta take advantage of old ladies or anybody else who falls victim to the scam. Like, that's just sad. And some people, the minute they get a platform, just cave to creating a meme coin or a crypto coin. And then they just tank their entire reputation and following overnight just because they want to make a quick buck off a goddamn meme coin. I don't know if people still do this now, but there's dead-ass people who make livings on TikTok selling fake courses. Or you're the method. They just end up turning you into the method, the person who buys the course. And in these cases, they don't even have knowledge. There's no product. And they'll lie and make up analytics to make it seem like they're a guru when they're really not. Next, we have people who don't shower. Okay, I'm running out. I'm sorry. But this one's pretty obvious. No explanation needed. Not showering is the biggest sin on this list. At this point, you're not even a chud. You are just deplorable. Please, if you don't shower already, take showers. If you're watching this video and you haven't showered today, shower as soon as the video's over. You know what? Nah. Fuck it. Get your grimy ass up right now. Walk to the shower and get that shit started. It's gotta be running while the rest of this video's playing. You know, get it warmed up a little bit. Okay. Next, we have chronically online moderators. Like, some mods are chill. The ones that aren't insanely chronically online. If I was getting paid ginormous bucks, maybe I would do it, maybe. But personally, moderating, yeah, that shit's not for me. But some people are so weird that they just do it for the attention. And they're just overall obsession with the streamer. But we got this guy who tells a piece of information, a confession so foul that Batman himself and the cartel combined, with the side of Mike Tyson, just straight up throwing haymakers in my face, would not be able to get this information out of me.
But I met a girl who's a streamer. I went up to her, I hugged her, and I came in my pants.
I've seen the clip. It just shocked me again. I mean, look at this dude. He's cheesing so hard. Smiling ear to ear, teeth and gums out. Oh my God. This dude must have been 10 beers deep or something, whatever he's drinking here.
Wow. Hug you.
I think you need to get laid a little more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was she hot though? Was she like super duper duper hot?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's forgivable if she was super duper duper hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's just reminiscing on the moment. He's really soaking in that hug, like you know how the underwear soaked up the... Okay, is that too crazy to say? Why would somebody ever admit this? 4chan users. This was really the original home of chuds. And some areas of Reddit too get pretty chuddy, and same with 4chan. There are some weird ass subreddits I've heard of through the grapevine. I heard of something that had to do with goon liquids and cartridges. Like, what? And then there's also people in the replies just steady farming karma or trying to just hate on people. Like, holy shit, go outside. I thought I was a hater, but, you know, I've seen some nasty-ass comments on Reddit. And they genuinely look like this dropping the comment. All right, next we gotta talk about Dr. Witnesser, aka Dr. Chud. He's definitely up there for sure. The chud just radiates off of him. If you haven't seen my streamer's video, basically he told this kid in Fortnite that he was going to hell because he practiced a different religion than Christianity. Dude was pretty much terrorizing random ass kids in Fortnite duo fill lobbies to join Christianity. Like, dog, you're 40 years old. And I mean, they do call him Dr. Chud, so I gotta put him in the video. But if you want to hear more about Dr. Witnesser and his insane burnt peanut clone rebrand, go watch my streamer's video on the end screen. If you've already seen it, go watch this video right here. Go, now run.